There we go. Okay, before we begin, anybody have parts of the body that are especially asking for help tonight? I'm here to serve you. Okay, you can put in the chat, you can unmute.
Mid-back?
Mid-back, got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, Mary. Anybody else? All right, then let's start. Okay, so I'm just going to mute everyone so that you don't pop up during the class. There we go. Okay. Starting in seated pose. So take a nice, easy pose. Hope you guys are staying warm. Those of you in Minnesota, I know it's chilly. All right, so seated pose. Starting with a nice, easy pose. Take your hands into your mat, fingertips or palms. Press into your mat and see if you can't lift your hips just a teeny bit off the mat. And then take them back a little bit, place them down. Soften into them. Take the palms to your inner thighs, just inside the knees, and make sure that your shoulders are over your hips. There's a tendency when we're sitting like this for our shoulders to be forward. Okay, similarly to when we're standing, there's a tendency to go back or forward. Draw back until your shoulders are over your hips, and then drop your hips down toward your shoulders. Okay, that way the spine can support you. There we go, and close your eyes. Slowly come inside. Breathing. Feeling the movement of your breath within your body. Bring your arms out to the sides. Make fists and rotate your thumbs up toward the ceiling. Draw your arms back and feel your mid-back starting to come together here. Hold it. Soften the wing bones so they drop. So all you're feeling here is that mid part of your back, thoracic part of the spine. Okay, push out through the fists to the sides just a little bit. Now bend your elbows back toward each other slowly and slightly down, slightly down. All right, feel that mid back. Keep the shoulders nice and low. Hold this here. Hold it. Now lift from the heart, draw the navel back, press energy from the navel into the ground, press together a little more with the elbows, drop the shoulders some more. Breathe deeply here with awareness at the mid-back. So every time you exhale, let the shoulders drop, but keep the elbows coming toward each other here. Yeah, keep them in toward your body. Now relax this. Take your palms to the inner parts of your knees again. Drop your elbows, shoulders are right over the hips. And let's do some hip circles. All right, now with these hip circles, I want you to bring awareness to just a really nice flow. If you can, close your eyes and drop inside and really feel how your spine is circling over your pelvis. Now let the head get really floppy. It drops forward when you come forward, to the side when you're at the side, a little back when you come back, other side and forward. Yeah, release your head, release your neck. Now bring the spine back up to center. All right. Now remember that mid part of your back? Squeeze together back there. Squeeze together. So to do this, again, you're kind of slightly bringing the elbows into the body. And then if you lift from the heart, you get even more. Drop your shoulders. Take your left arm out. Take it across your body. Take the left hand to the top of the right thigh. Keep facing forward with the torso. Draw the right arm up toward the ceiling. Bend the left elbow and drop the left shoulder. Nice, nice, nice. Lift, lift, lift. Draw your navel back and press into that left hand as you rotate your belly button to the right, and that right arm comes back behind you. And then finally, the right fingertips just drop into the floor. Press into them and twist some more. Soften both shoulders away from your ears. Get some good deep breaths here, belly breaths. Pushing that air through that nice twisted torso all the way down to the belly with the breath. Nice. Close your eyes. Feel the release of mental tension with this wringing out of your spine. Soften your eyeballs. Press into the hand a little more. Turn a little more. Try not to let too much gather into that left shoulder tension wise. Instead, you're using the upper arm muscles and some of the shoulder. Release this back to center. Take the palms into your inner thighs. Hopefully you remember the direction you were rotated in last time. I have to think for a minute. Get it in the other direction. The floppy head, just like you had before. The awareness of the movement of the spine. And now let's add on and add an awareness of the core, okay? The girdle of your body, okay? Goes around the lower part of your body, your torso. It's your abdominals and your lower back. Get a feeling of that part of the body beginning this movement, being the engine that makes this thing happen. Yeah, there you go. When you do that, you engage the core even more so. Okay, so that's kind of the magic of attention, right? Of awareness. You bring it to that area, it lights it up. All right, bring it back to center. Take your right arm out. Take it across your body. Remember, you keep that torso facing forward. Drop that hand into the top of your thigh. Bend that right elbow, bring it into you. Lift the left arm nice and high. Keep the right shoulder low. Press into the right hand. Turn your belly button to the left. Feel the spine get wrung out in the other direction. Okay, left arm comes back. Left fingertips fall into the ground. And there you go. Twist to the other side. Wring it out, wring it out. Soften the shoulders. Add the big, deep belly breath. Bring it all the way down to the belly. All right, so I can't overemphasize how important the spine is, right? In terms of overall body well-being. And that includes the neurological part of the body too. That's a super highway for your central nervous system. So by just turning and twisting and bringing this out, you're toning your central nervous system. And you're going to feel that if you close your eyes. You're going to feel that release, that stretch, that opening. Feel it behind your eyes. And spin it back to center. All right, nice. Bring your legs in front of you, straighten them out. Flex both heels and press the backs of your legs into the ground. I mean, the backs of your thighs and lower legs, calves. Take your fingertips to the ground. Flex your heels some more. They pull up off the ground. Draw your navel back. Drop your shoulders. Hold this position here. All right. Feel how active the legs are. Now drop the heels to the ground. Take your fingertips forward. walk your hips back just a little bit, one hip at a time. Walk them back as you drag your heels back with that hip. There. And then walk forward with the fingertips and just drop over your legs. Seated forward fold, everyone. Oh, yeah. Entire back body opening up here. Feel this. From the heels to the hips, backs of the legs, and then from the lower back all the way up to the back of the skull. So your entire back body is getting a stretch here as you fold into yourself. All right, make this really passive. Don't try to stretch anymore. Don't try to get closer to the legs with your front body. Instead, let every inhale soften your body and make for a slightly deeper fold. Passive, passive, release. No trying. Yeah. You may begin to feel that sciatic nerve in the back of both legs open up. You may begin to feel the lower back open up. All right, mid back. Here we go, Mary. Stay here. Stay right where you are. Locate your left hand, feel the left palm, and grab the right ankle, outside of the right ankle. You're still low. Now the right hand goes across that arm and gets the other ankle. Now bend both elbows and drop your crown toward the ground, opening up that mid back. Draw your navel back, drop your head, soften your neck. Deep breaths here. Bring the breath to the back of the body, to the spine specifically. Now, let the inhales be so big that they spread open your upper back, your mid back, and maybe even some of your lower back. Try it. Again, feel the rib cage open. Feel the rib cage soften again as you exhale. Soften the back of your neck. Take your chin to your chest. One more big inhale, huge outhale. Outhale. Yeah. Okay, stay down here. Now, uncross the wrists. Take your hands to the tops of your ankles. Straighten your arms. Okay, you're looking at your toes. Flex your heels again. Don't bump them off the ground though, just keep them flexed. Now bend your elbows to bring yourself forward. You're looking slightly forward without drawing your head too far back. And release and bring it up. All right, swing your legs behind you. And take it into a table pose. Right? Table pose is a perfect starting position for so many of these. Okay, fingertips, spread them apart. Press into the outer edges of the lower palms, outer edges of your pinkies, into every single finger and the outer edges of your thumbs. Okay, feel those upper arm muscles ignite. Okay, you want your face to look straight down at the mat so that the neck is in alignment with the rest of the spine. All right, listen up. We're going to get the wrists. Begin to circle the shoulders around the wrist. Okay, we've never done this before, so maybe you got to look up at me. Or another way to look at it is you're making a big circle with your chest. All right, and notice how this is opening up the wrists. Now, as soon as this feels okay, start to make it bigger. Reverse direction. Start small. And if you feel a little bit of, or I should say here, a little bit of krepsis, a little bit of creaking in the wrists, or one, no problem. No problem. I have it going on in my right wrist. All right, work through it. All right, stop here, bring it back to your table pose. Now, Rotate the hands either to the side or back, as far back as you can get the fingertips. So now your inner wrists are facing forward or maybe toward each other. Press into the hands, circle again. Oh yeah. Breathe through this. This is pretty intense, right? Reverse. Full exhales. All right, bring it back to center. Pivot those fingertips forward again. Get into your regular position here, your regular tabletop position. Lift the belly to the spine. Notice how nice and straight your back is. Okay, now we get to curve it. All right, draw your hips up, drop your belly, send your heart forward between your biceps and lift from the crown of the head. Notice I didn't say draw the back of your head toward your back. It's lifting from the crown. All right, we don't want to compress the neck here. Oh yeah, lift the hips some more. Feel as if you're spreading them apart. Just try it. Feel as if you're spreading them apart. Okay, nice saddle back here. A few deep breaths through it. Remember to release that exhale. All right, ready to move it into cat. Take the tip of your tail, round it toward your mat, and begin to feel the curve running up from the tail to the low back. There's the mid back, upper back, and then the neck as you drop your head. Take some breaths here. Easy. Release your neck here. Use gravity to do that and the weight of your head. So be super passive. Super passive. You know, we're used to holding tension in our neck, right? Holding our head up, and also, neck is a sneaky place for holding tension. Release it here. Drop your head. Drop it. Drop it. Press into your hands. Those arms stay strong, and the head can just drop between the arms. Between the arms. Drop it. Drop it. All right. Back to a cow. Lifting your tail. Sending your heart forward, dropping your udders, pressing into the hands to lift the crown of your head. Feel that, feel that. Okay, feel the mid-back space right here between your shoulder blades. Press the heart slightly forward. It could just be a millimeter or two. And then feel as if you want to squeeze your mid-back right here. Just feel it, just think it. Release back into a cat pose, rounding. Cow pose, lifting those hips and the heart. And cat pose, release and exhale here. All right, take it back to table pose. Got another new thing for you guys. All right, take your left knee in. Look at your left knee back there. Take it in only an inch or two. That's all. Take your right foot and place it out to the side of your mat with your knee bent. You might want to look at me here. So my foot is facing forward. Okay, now listen up. Feel the right foot planted into the ground. Okay, push into it some more until the thigh ignites. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. Now press forward into your hands and drive the left hip back toward the left heel. Just as far back as you can go. And then bring it up again. And then press it back again. Lift it up again. Okay, wherever your right foot was, take it another 6 inches or so forward. See if you can do it, but keep those toes pointing forward. Push back again. That leg's going to straighten a bit. And then it might straighten so much that you can pick the toes up off the ground and press the back of the leg toward the ground. Come up again. One more time, bring it back. Bring it up. All right, take that right knee underneath the right hip. Take the left foot out to the side, right next to you. Those toes are facing forward. All right. Press the right heel back. Okay, just getting the left hip from a little different angle here. Bring it up. Bring it back. Lift it up. Look at your left foot, scooch it forward about 6 inches or so. Bring it back. Now it's possible now you possibly can straighten that left leg. You don't need to. And if you can't straighten it, you can even bring the toes up off the ground and press the back of the leg to the ground. That's optional. Come on up and back and bring it out. Swing that leg back underneath you for table pose here. All right, curl the toes. Press into the toe pads deeply. Okay, press in the toe pads so much that you begin to feel it beyond the toes and into the sole of your foot. Press, press, press. Now, as you press your hips back towards your heels, push the weight of your hips down towards your feet to open up your feet. If you get a cramp, release, try again. Okay, now roll your hips from side to side as you roll the pressure side to side along your toe. So you go from the big toe to the pinky toe, big toe to pinky toe. There, keep it at center. Walk your hands back. Sit your hips on your heels and take your hands on your thighs. All right, now release any holding on of the hips. If you're pulling up with the hips, even just a little bit, let the weight drop down into the feet. Breathe here, could be pretty intense. Come forward again into table pose. Release those toes, pressing the tops of the toes into the mat again. Now press the hips back again. The child's pose with a really active back and arms. So the arms are really straight. Drop your chin toward your chest. Press your hands into the mat. Take the fingers apart. Make sure they're nice and spread apart. Now come forward. Here's our table. Now drop your hips toward your wrists just a bit. Now bring it back again. Forward. Drop your hips. And back. And bring it back to table pose here. All right, let's get the shoulders. So let's thread the needle. Bring the right arm up. Take it behind the left wrist and out to the left side. Drop into the right shoulder. Get your head as comfy as possible. It's not going to be super comfy, but comfortable enough where you can really release the weight into that right shoulder. Left arm can go right where it is, or you can bring it up to the ceiling, catch raindrops with your palms softly. Or you can even bind that arm. But remember, this is about a right shoulder release, so nothing too fancy with the left arm. If it feels like you're focusing on the left arm more than the right, get the left arm somewhere else where you don't focus on it. Now breathe deeply and release your weight into your right shoulder. All right, so when you're doing these poses that are quiet, still, passive poses, the mind, does the shavasana thing, right? It starts to float and go all over, which is just absolutely fine. But gently lead it back to the sensation that you're feeling in the shoulder area. Just gently, just keep leading it back again and again. Right palm into the ground, right in front of your face. Press into it to lift and release that right arm. And find a nice table pose to begin again. That's where we recalibrate right here. Left arm comes up. Take it under your body, behind your wrist, and now drop into that left shoulder. Try to get comfortable here as much as you can. Now notice what's happening. Listen. Think about that left wing bone, the left scapula. Notice how it is being pulled away from the spine. So you get to open that part of the body that tends to get tense. By the way, this is mid-back again. It's shoulder, but you can see that it's mid-back as well. So again, those of you who like to lift the right arm, lift it. Those of you who like to bind it, bind it. And as soon as you do all that, take your awareness back to the left shoulder and the sensations that this pose is giving you. Stay with those sensations. Come back to them if you float away. Take your right hand in front of your face, press that palm into the ground, lift up, and back to table pose here. Curl the toes and ready to go. Lift those hips, down dog. Press those hips up and back. Lift the belly up and back. Okay, now bend the right knee a lot and press the left heel back a lot. You're going to open up the left calf muscles. As you do this, press forward into the palms and draw your chest back. Oh, yeah, breathe into that. By the way, healthy, stretched, open calf muscles equal healthy feet. Well, it's not quite that simple, but okay, if there's anything you can do to keep your feet healthy, it's to keep the calves stretched. All right, switch sides. Draw that right heel back as you deeply bend the left knee. And once you feel that, press your body back toward your legs by pushing forward into the hands. Okay, now experience those right calf muscles opening up. Feel the flow. Yeah, blood flow, opening them up. Switch sides. Left heel back, right knee bends. Keep the belly lifted. Switch sides. Right heel back. Switch sides. Left heel. So you're just kind of pedaling. You're just pedaling here. Nice. Now press both heels back. Press the chest up and back toward the thighs. Make sure the fingers are spread apart and you're really using your hands. Soften the neck. Lift your belly. Lift your hips a bit. Lift the hips some more. So just shift your hips up and you're going to feel your sciatic nerves open up and your back, hips, and thighs open up. Take the left foot in just a few inches, just off center. Lift the right leg. Three-legged dog. Press forward into the palms. Draw the chest back toward the left thigh. Oh, yeah. Now we're starting to feel the inner thigh. Inner thigh. Push deeply into the mat with your hands. Turn your hips to the right. A little bit more. Notice how you have more load in that left shoulder now? That means you have to press into the left hand some more. Push the mat away from you. That opens the shoulders, and instead of dumping weight into it, ignites the muscles of your shoulders. Press the right heel away from you and squeeze your right butt cheek. Feel how the front of the thigh, the quads are also working here. Lift the ankle to the ceiling, and the left inner thigh opens up. Press into the left hand. Keep that left shoulder open. Pulse the right ankle to the ceiling slowly. This is slow and controlled, everyone. Belly's drawing back toward the spine. Breathe. Yeah. Keep that leg lifted.
Turn the hips so they're facing the mat. You still have that leg lifted. Now listen up. Take your body forward. Stop when your shoulders are over your wrists. Right leg is still lifted. All right, nice. Lift that right heel a little closer to the ceiling and pulse it to the ceiling from here. Lift the leg up to the ceiling, press the chest back. You're in a single leg dog again. All right. Press the chest back. Now, gently lift your head, look forward between your hands. Take the right foot forward between your hands here. All right, shimmy the left toes back. Press the toes deeply into the mat. Squeeze the left glutes and lift the belly button toward the spine. Now come onto your fingertips, look forward and press your hips forward just a bit. That left knee is still lifted. We're still getting the hip flexor though. Forward some more. All right, release that a little bit. Take the left hand close to the right foot. Reach forward with the right arm. At the same time, press back with the left ankle. There's where you get your balance, forward and back. Lift the right arm to the ceiling as you turn your torso to the right. Draw the right hip in towards center. Ooh, nice. Take that right arm behind you and turn the chest open a little more. Bring the right arm over your ear and forward next to your foot. Turn your hips so that they're facing the mat again. And straighten that right leg, pressing into the right foot, dropping the left heel. Walk your hands back with your fingertips facing forward. Oh, where are you? Pyramid pose. Drop your forehead to the shin by bending both elbows back. Oh, where do you feel this? Go there. Deep breaths here, deep breaths. Breathe into your triangle pose, or your pyramid pose rather, excuse me. All right, bend the right knee back as you take the right hands forward. Okay, look back at your left foot, hop it a little bit forward and turn that foot out about 45 degrees. Put your feet on two different train tracks and lift the arms for warrior one. There it is. Sit deeper in your foundation. You've got the foundation. Feel it. Press into both feet. Okay, lock into the earth. Feel the strength of your legs. Look at your right knee, bent over your ankle, so you should see your right big toe. Sit a little deeper. Now, open your, I shouldn't say, let's say it another way. We're going to turn our torso to the right, open our right arm back, left arm forward right here. Oh, yeah, twisted. Okay, turn that right palm behind you, pinky forward. There's the tricep. Bring the arm back some more. Bend the elbow, take the top of that hand somewhere to your back body or side body. Drop the right shoulder. Now lift the left arm and dip back. Yeah, just a little dip. We're rotated, right? Okay, release. Bring the arms back, look forward. You're back into warrior one here. See, we did a rotated reverse warrior. All right, now take your right arm forward. Right hand is, top of that hand is placed into the right inner thigh. Press the thigh into the hand and the hand into the thigh. If you are doing that, you're going to feel the right hip get nice and activated. Sit a little deeper. Now, take that left arm back behind you. Feel the left chest open up. Oh yeah, feel it open, feel it open. Now release the right arm. Warrior two, turn your head. You're looking over the middle finger. That is your focal point, your drishti. But remember, a drishti is a soft gaze. It's like you're looking from behind soft eyeballs. And it's like you're looking
just beyond that middle finger. And it's really just a nice soft gaze. Okay, turn the left palm behind you and now toward the ceiling with the pinky up. There's that tricep. Bring the arm back, bend the elbow. Look, we're going to bind here too, and take that hand into your back body. Drop the left shoulder. Rotate the right palm up to the ceiling, and we're going to reverse this without a rotation. Now, as you're in this pose, I want you to feel how you've opened up the right side of your rib cage. Take your right hip a little closer to your right heel, press more deeply into that right foot, and now into the outer edge of the left foot. Drop the left shoulder, lift the elbow a little higher to the ceiling. Now, give it a good deep breath here. Expand your rib cage with your breath. And another. One more, make it big. And unwind back to warrior two. You know where your drishti is. Soften the shoulders, lift from the crown of the head, press into both feet. Now listen to this. Feel as if you want to squeeze your inner thigh muscles toward each other. That's going to lock you in place. Now reach your heart out toward your drishti. Drop your right fingertips down to your either the leg, the foot, or the ground. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling, and you've got a bent knee triangle right here. All right, this is a place where students who bind like to put a bind into it, top arm, maybe even top and lower arm. For those of you, otherwise don't bind, just stay where you're at. Those of you who have a bind may want to straighten that front leg and drop your head to the floor for a little extra challenge and extra fun. Bend your right knee, release that. Those of you who did the double bind with the release. Now, right arm down, left arm up. You're back where you were before. Left arm over your ear, really slowly so you can unlock your left waist. Yeah, feel the waist open. Draw the fingertips out. Press into the outer edge of that left foot. Cartwheel up, warrior two. Okay, both arms come up. Oh, wait. Right foot, swivel it to the side of your mat. We have to invert. Okay, so when we are in this V pose, you want your toes to be either facing straight ahead or pigeon-toed in, never out, because we got to protect the knees here. Okay, hinging from the hips. So take your hands to your waist. Press your thumbs into your lower back, right there where they are, and then press the fingers into your hip bones. Okay, that's where you're going to hinge from. So as you push your thumbs kind of forward and your fingertips up, that's going to kind of help you. It's going to remind you to hinge from there. So the waist, right and left waist, are staying nice and long, and the back is staying straight. And then finally, drop upside down for your inversion. And you let the weight of your skull release the neck. We got some nice traction here. Let every breath take you a little deeper. All right, take your hands under your head, straighten the arms and lift your belly. Walk your hands forward. And we're going to do a wide dog, dropping your head between your arms, lifting your hips as your heart draws back. And then when you look back there, you can see this big triangle that you created with your legs and that line between your feet right on your mat. Press your heart gently toward the center of that circle. Let your elbows bend, and this is a beautiful mid-back release.
right, glide forward. Stop when your shoulders are over your wrists. Walk your hands back. Okay, now swing both heels towards center. So now your toes are out, your heels are in, bending your knees, rounding and coming up into this nice deep squat here. All right, hands are at the tops of your thighs. Sit down a little deeper. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra. Oh, feel the inner thighs work. Listen up. Press into the feet and feel as if you want to drag your heels toward one another. That's going to light them up. Sit a little deeper, deep as you can. And come up and open this up. All right. Before I forget, no, yeah, let's do it right now. Get to a wall or get your stool or chair. Why am I doing it now? Because otherwise I may forget. And I did ask you to get that prop. All right, we're just going to open up our hips a little more. So one of the most effective ways to open a joint is to rotate it, right? To rotate the bone that is in that joint. So think about this. In your hips, for your hips, you rotate the femurs, these big thigh bones. For your shoulders, you rotate the upper arm bone, right? Okay, so here we go. Wall, chair, whatever you have. Now, the first thing I want you to do is really get a sense of connecting to the earth here through your feet. All right? Equal weight, more or less, into both legs. So we tend to kind of drop into one leg versus the other, our weight. Take it into both. That's going to level the hips. Okay, now take your right knee up. Swing your inner ankle up toward you just a little bit. Now take the leg to the side. Now take it behind you, and now swing your heel to your left side here. Take it back to the side. In front of you, take the ankle up, a little higher. Support yourself in that left leg. Don't lose track of that. You're supporting on the left leg. You're lifting up from that leg. Now swing the right ankle away from you. Left ankle in, right ankle out. Lift it up again. Take the leg to the side. Take it behind you and lift the heel up toward your left butt cheek. Lift it a little higher and bring it back down. Switch sides. Turn around or take the chair to the other side. Okay, you and the earth, feel it. Under your feet, feel that. Equal weight, feel that. Now you got your hips nice and balanced. Okay, so when you're on one leg, like I'm on this leg, right? There's a tendency to just kind of like bloop, drop a bunch of, like really load up on that right hip with weight. No, instead, you feel as if you're lifting up and away from that hip. Feel the difference. That's engaging the core, engaging the glutes. All right, knee comes in front. You can put your hands on your hips if you want. Okay, ankle up, inner ankle up. Bring it to the side. Bring it behind you and swing that heel over toward the right glute. Lift it a little higher. Bring the knee to the side. Forward. Inner ankle up. Left ankle up. Right ankle up. Left ankle up. Remember, you're supporting yourself on that right leg. Lift up and off it. Take the knee to the side. Behind you. Lift the heel up and bring it down. I wanted to just throw that in without forgetting. Now we did it. All right. We were in a squat, right? And then we came up from a squat. Okay, try this. Squat up,
build momentum, because you know what you're going to do? You're going to try to jump your feet together. Try it, even if you get them just an inch together. And inhale up. All right, here we go. We're coming down. Reach, reach, reach from the hips. Remember, hinging from the hips. Come on down, down dog. Take the left foot in just a bit. Lift that right leg up toward the ceiling. Bend the right knee. Take it just behind the right wrist, but keep it off the mat, and swing the right foot behind the left wrist, more or less. We're coming into pigeon pose. Send the left leg back. Okay, get those hips as level to the ground as you can get them versus, shifted to one side or the other. And then bring your weight down. If you're on your back, if you like to do this on your back, you have your right ankle over a left thigh and the left leg is bent. You're grabbing under that left thigh and drawing it toward you, chin to the chest if you do that. All right, so now we want to get so passive that the weight is dropping into our right hip. And we want to keep awareness to the sensations that are arising in this pose. So stay here, keep your mind in your body. And when it leaves the body and goes to different thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever, just gently guide it back again. Yeah, release, release. All right, and pick yourself up from that. Place your palms into your mat, curl your back toes, lift your back knee, squeeze your left butt cheek. Come on and squeeze it. Okay, now feel the inner thigh react, right? And lift your body, send your right leg back, okay? And get into a nice plank pose here. Okay, push the heels really far back. Press into the hands as much as you can. Now listen, you can bring your knees to the ground if you want to. We're going to chaturanga. So you bend your elbows back and you slowly let your body down to the ground. And then you bring yourself into a little cobra pose. And then if you want to, you can push into the tops of the feet and lift your hips off the ground. Okay, it's called an up dog. Now come on down again. Keep those elbows pulled in toward your body. Curl the toes, lift into plank again. Lift your hips, come into down dog. Breathing here. Okay, this time, instead of walking your dog, in other words, bending one knee or the other, lift your belly and lift your hips. Come onto your tippy toes and swing the hips from right to left, nice and controlled. Now notice when you're swinging your hips from right to left, you're changing the load in the shoulders, right? You go from right to left shoulder. So push into those hands, press the mat away from you, and press the chest up toward your thighs. So you're getting some of the weight away from the wrists and the shoulders here. Come back to center, drop the heels, quiet your pose here. Release the back of your neck, release your head. Right foot comes in just a little bit, planted into your mat. Send that right heel back, feel the calf muscles open, lift the left leg. Spread out those fingers, press forward into the palms to draw the chest back toward your right thigh. All right, lift that left heel to the ceiling. You're going to feel the left glute begin to work here. Now, open your hips to the left. You're loading into the right shoulder some more. Press into that right hand. Push away, push away. Lift the left ankle to the ceiling. There's the left glutes. Flexing that left heel.
You can even spread your toes open here, really activate the foot. Ready for some little pulses right here? Little controlled pulses, belly pulls back toward the spine. Breathe through it, breathe through it. Lift a little higher. Rotate so the hips are facing the mat. You're looking down at the mat now. That left leg stays lifted and it's just pressing out away from the hip. So it's really strong. It's just jutting back there. Now, with that leg nice and strong, you may be able to come forward, float forward, press deeply into the hands, stay lifted. Now flex that heel toward the ceiling. Little pulses. Pulse, not flex, sorry. Now lift it up. Three-legged dog again. Here you are. Look forward between your hands. Left foot comes forward between your hands with the knee over your ankle. Look down at your left foot. Really, really spread the toes apart as much as you can and push down into the foot and use it. Shimmy the right toes back. Keep the right leg nice and straight. Now squeeze the right butt cheek. Press the right heel back. Okay, now come to your fingertips. We're going to get the right hip flexor. Press the hips forward. They don't move much, but you feel as if you're just pressing forward to open the right hip flexor. Now ground down deeply into the left sole of the foot. Begin to straighten the left knee. Walk your hands back. Fingertips are facing forward. Right heel drops. Bend your elbows and drop your forehead toward your shin. A nice pyramid pose once again. Yeah, feel that. Feel it way up to the left hip. Feel the back of the left leg here. Feel how you made so much space to open those tissues from the knee to the hip back there. Bend the left knee until it's over the ankle. Take the right hand close to the left foot, fingertips or palm to the ground. Reach forward with the left. Left hand, left fingertips. Now lift it up to the ceiling. And back here. Nice, nice, nice. Now bring the arms straight back. Draw that left hip towards center if it's jutting out. Bring the right arm forward, back down to the ground. Look at that right foot. Take it out about 45 degrees. Lift up into warrior one. All right. Actually, I want to go the other way because we're going to rotate first. All right, warrior one. Okay, establish your base. So first you feel the feet grounded into your mat. Then you feel the strength of your legs, especially the muscles in your calves, right? In your hips. Then you can sit a little deeper. Now, open the arms and turn your body to the left. We're rotating here. Now, rotate your left palm back and left pinky forward. There's the triceps right there. Now take that arm back. Oh, that's a great stretch. Bend the elbow and take the top of that hand to your back body. Soften the left shoulder away from your ear. Now right palm to the ceiling. Stay seated, stay seated. I kind of picked myself up a bit, sit low. Now lift that arm up and over and you get to get the right rib cage open here. Breathe into the right rib cage. So look at this, you rotate it. So you've got some rotation in your spine. A lot going on, balance. And release that. Back to warrior one. Okay, now I'm going to turn. Back to warrior one. Got it? All right, be very aware of that. Take the left arm forward, take the top of that hand to the inner thigh. Press the inner thigh into that arm or hand and the arm or hand into the
arm or hand, I'm saying, into the inner thigh. Got it? Now reach up with the right fingertips. Take that arm behind you. Feel the right chest open up. Feel the right shoulder open up. Turn that right palm to the ground. Now release the left, keeping that leg right where it's at. Got your drishti? All right. Turn the right palm behind you and the pinky forward. There's that tricep on the right side. This time, take the arm back, bend the elbow, bind, rotate the left palm up, sweep it up to the ceiling and overhead. And now you get the left side of your rib cage opening. Take it back to warrior two. Lift both arms, warrior one. Oh, wait a minute. No, 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 no. Sorry about that. Warrior two here. Sorry, everyone. Find your drishti, left middle finger. Reach out toward it. Oh, 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 feel the left thigh work, especially that inner thigh. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. So you got a lot of strength going on down here. Drop the arm, lift the other, open up that chest. Nice. Binders. This is your chance to put a bind in here. Bending and then straightening that front leg is an option. Release the bind, all you binders. Bring the arm over your ear, intense side stretch, feel it. Nice. Cartwheel up, warrior two. Now we're going to go to warrior one. And we're going to come down and we're going to do pigeon on the left hip. If you do it on the ground, if you do a supine pigeon, you want that left ankle at the top of a right bent leg. And you want to draw that right leg toward you. If you're on the ground, make sure you level the hips before you drop your weight down. And then try to keep your mind, keep your awareness within these sensations that arise from this pose. And slowly lift it up. Curl the back toes, lift that knee, squeeze the right butt cheek, lift the pelvis, send the left leg back, step it into the center of your mat. Okay, bend your knees. Sit into a little tiny chair back there. Grab the backs of your ankles, drop your head. So see how you just put your body in this little ball that's supported by your feet and your legs, your lower legs. All right. Oh, there's a mid-back opening up. Let's open it up some more. So bend your elbows out to the sides. And then drop your head and press those elbows out to the side. Now breathe in that space that you just made between your shoulder blades. Swing the arms back, lift up, inhale. All right. Ready to waterfall? So remember, when you waterfall, you gotta bend the knees and push the butt back, right? Because we always have to protect knees, lower back. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, bring it down. Inhale, we're gonna bring the arms to the side so don't fall. Exhale. Inhale, waterfall. Inhale, cross it open. Inhale, down. Inhale to the side. Inhale, let it out the mouth. Detox. Inhale to the side, open the heart.
And bring it down, all the way down, all the way down. Knees are bent, arms are dangling. Bend the elbows, grab opposite elbows. Make the arm bones heavy. Notice this. When you make the arm bones heavy and you're clasping your elbows, the wing bones can really pull apart and open that mid-back space. If you really release the weight of your head, you get traction on the cervical spine, i.e. the neck, and you get to open the neck too. Nice. Release the elbows, just drop the arms. Press into the feet, slowly roll up, feel the feet. Pressing into your mat. Feel the legs get more active as you straighten. Keep pressing down into the feet. Oh, straight up. Palms forward. Tadasana. Yeah, you're a mountain right here. Closing your eyes. Equal weight, right and left legs. And then you feel that little bit of movement, even in a mountain, right? There's always a change from moment to moment, even in this mountain pose. And even in an actual mountain, right? Soften the shoulders, relax into that change, into that little movement that's happening. The body just keeps finding balance, finding center again and again and again. Arms up overhead. Namaste Mudra right over your crown. Now to your heart. And release. All right. I have no idea how it got this late, but I want to do a little lower back opening rotation. So on your backs, okay? And we're just going to do a few things here before we roll it over on our belly. So just take your knees to your chest just to open the spine. Yeah. Now, what about if you really soften into your wing bones? Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Arms open to the sides. Right leg comes over the left. Chin to the chest, soften the shoulders, palms are up. Drop your legs to the left. Ah. So you're at home. You get to have a pillow or something close by you that you can put under your legs if that feels good. If not, just let them drop with every breath a little closer to the floor. Deep breaths. You're working through a twisted torso again. So easy to have shallow breaths. Take that breath all the way to the pit of your belly. Squeeze your legs together, draw your navel back, bring your legs back up to center, uncross them, rock your hips side to side along your lower back, and then begin to start to rock your hips as if you want to walk them to the bottom of your mat, just to lengthen the spine before we twist it to the other side. Knees into the chest, soften those shoulders. Chin to the chest, head is relaxed, neck is relaxed. Left leg comes over and drop the legs to the other side, to the right side, slowly. Yeah, and then just get used to your body being in this position. Kind of a weird shape that you made, right? But look at how much it releases. Feel the left side of the chest and around the armpit and the shoulder. You're getting that. Also, of course, there's the lower back. Also, notice that left hip is getting a huge opening here. Now give the pose breath, a deep belly breath. So you feed the pose with your breath.
Okay, and remember, any of these poses that feel especially yummy, you can always do them at home and hold them longer. The evolution is incredible when you hold a pose for a long time, like the yin yoga style. All right, draw the navel back, squeeze the legs together, bring them back up to center, uncross them, and then just begin to circle the knees, giving your lower back a massage. Reverse. Nice. All right, ready? Cross at the ankles, flick your feet up to the ceiling, and then toward the top of your mat. Turn it over with your belly down. Hands are stacked. Forehead is resting on the top hand. Feet are toed in. And of course, we can use this pose to open our lower back, because when the belly presses into the mat for the inhale, because the ground is so hard, that movement shifts and gets transferred to the lower back. Notice that. All right, palms into the mat, chest level, feet are still toed in, legs are hip distance or closer. Lift your pubic bone off your mat, roll it up to your belly button, and then gently release it back to your mat. Okay, we're looking for a soft lower back, as soft as we can get it. Now, when you come up into cobra and you peel your front body off the mat, okay, the goal is to recruit the back muscles to do this. This is a back strengthener. So press into the hands as little as possible. Those of you who back bend and come all the way up, you're going to have to use those arms pressing into the hands at some point. Come down again. Release the weight from your hands as soon as possible. Make those back muscles do the work. Kiss your forehead to the mat one more time. Come on up. And then if you want to, you can twist at the top, drawing one shoulder back, looking over it. Do not do this if it bothers your lower back, please. And then the other side. Back to center. Take your time going down. Get the weight out of the hands. You can even take the hands off the mat to really make sure you're not using them. Kiss your forehead to the mat. Turn your head to the side. Release your arms along your side body, palms up. So just a nice release here with the head turned to the side. And then very slowly turn your head to the other side. And then bring your head back to center. And bring your hands chest level, press up into a table pose. And then coming into our wonderful last pose before Shavasana. Okay, trust me, your body's warmed up here, okay? Nice and warmed up, your spine, your joints, your shoulders, hips, all of that. So lift your belly and slowly press your hips back towards your heels. Okay, so make this the coming into child's pose just as wonderful as when you drop into the full child's pose. So child's pose here, come down. Okay, check out the shoulders here. If there's any tension at all, you might want to take the arms to the side and bend the elbows. You may even want to take the arms along the sides of your body with your hands near your feet and palms up. And if you're doing that, again, bend the elbows, let the shoulders drop. So take a nice Few deep, deep breaths there. Okay, and then if you are staying for Shavasana tonight, flip your body over, come into Shavasana pose. A nice open Shavasana pose. Palms are up to the ceiling. Feet are open to the sides. Legs are apart, almost like a starfish, right? You're really opening up, take up a lot of space. And then finally, wiggle your chin to your chest and drop into the back of your head. If you're using a pillow in the back of your head, make it a really flat pillow or just rolling something under your neck, a neck roll. Release here, breathe here. Okay, just feel your inner space. All right. The sphere of your awareness, your consciousness. All right, so everything lives there for you, right? We're each in our own universe. I read somewhere yoga is a state of mind, and this is kind of what it is, right? Right here. This is where you live, right? You live, within this awareness and this consciousness. So within this place, so much can happen. We can feel the sensations of our body. We can hear the sounds that arise and fall around us, even if it's just my voice that you're hearing. We can notice our thoughts and our feelings. And we can let them all just be, right? We can just let all that be as it is. Not reacting, not judging. And even if we do react and judge, we notice that. We can just be really soft about it all, accepting about it all. I love this one. I forget. I'll have to look up and who said this. Everything is perfect, and there's always room for improvement. Right? If you can hold both of those, right? Everything is perfect. Right now it's perfect. It's exactly as it should be. And there's always this room for improvement, to increase our equanimity, our peace of mind, to accept ourselves and others, to forgive ourselves and others. And then right now it's perfect just as it is. So if your mind wanders too far, there's always the anchor of your breath that you can go to. The in-breath, the out-breath, the in-breath, the out-breath, the next breath, the next breath.
And that is such a beautiful anchor that keeps you right here where everything's perfect in the moment. But of course, we still move forward. We still evolve right now in this moment. Perfect. So in tonight's Shavasana practice, if you'd like to sow a seed, you can do it now. Sometimes we call that prayer, intention, right? Volition, what we want just before that feeling of desire. Yeah, so create that seed of intention, prayer. In yoga, it's called sankalpa. Give it some breath. And as with any seed, right? You hold it in your hand, you lock it, it's not going to grow at all. Let it go with your next exhale. Release it into the universe, and what you need will come to you. And go back to your breath, to your body breathing. No control, it breathes on its own. Notice that in your sphere of awareness, how your body breathes on its own. Okay, beginning your transition. Right. So everyone has their own transition. For some people, it is a mental shift, that shift in your awareness, your consciousness. For some people, it is a bodily movement, a stretch, or just a small movement. Yeah, whatever you want tonight. And then slowly roll to one side. Gently bring yourself to a seated pose. Okay, and once you're in seated pose, oh, just feel yourself resting there. Heart is open, lifted. Feel your next inhale and exhale. Stay with that. Then bring your arms out to the sides, palms up. Inhale your arms overhead. Bring your hands in Namaste Mudra. Take it to your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week. Stay warm. I've got some intruders entering the house. All right. Ciao.